Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 16th, 2022 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So as the singing bowl was singing, Leo, I kept on seeing a hand writing, somebody writing, and there was a black pen. I don't know if somebody's writing as they're listening or if there's a specific message that's coming for you. That sounds ominous, but that's coming to you. There we go. That sounds better. But there's a sense of something being written, and it's very important. So that just needs to be stated. Okay. So let's look at what the moon has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Excuse me. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So we have wisdom, faith, and truth and trust. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Your commitment is being tested. Nothing will come of this situation. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So what's very interesting here is have faith, and we're just drawn right to the middle right here, is that have faith because nothing will come of this situation sounds very ominous. But there's an energy here, Leo, of what we think is happening isn't necessarily what's happening. So have faith that there's a greater entity at work, because what we think is going on or how we think things are going to play out isn't necessarily how they're going to play out. So we need to just kind of step back and let that faith, let that trust take over. Wisdom is coming in, and our commitment is being tested. We are looking at things differently. We're looking at things more openly, more honestly. We're also having a lot more ideas, understandings coming our way. And so our commitment to the direction that we thought we were going, or the direction that we want to go, is being tested. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's more information is coming, so we're better able to make decisions. It moves us to trust that the end of a tough cycle is approaching, to trust that we are moving forward, that there is more here than just, struggle and heartbreak and pain and disappointment and, all this combined hardship. So that's going to be something that we need to really embrace during this time, is that there's a lifting of a weight from our shoulders. Let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the 5 of Cups. We have to be mindful of focusing on the negative and not looking at the positive. There's also, I'm just seeing it as an Eeyore. It's like, don't be an Eeyore, don't be an Eeyore, from Winnie the Pooh. There's an energy here of even somebody in our lives who is just very pessimistic. It's always horrible. Everything is always bad. And so here it's really saying, don't focus on the negative. Turn around and see the positive. Yes, don't ignore things that need to be looked at, things that need to be taken care of, but also don't let yourself be weighed down by by setbacks, because they happen. They really do happen, but don't let yourself be weighed down by them. Let's look at, oh, goodness. No, I just jumped straight ahead. Let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is Mother Earth. This is the Earth Star Chakra. This is an energy to ground ourselves and to know that we are powerful. This is that, there's an energy here, Leo, that's about being this Earth Mother. And I just see this, wanting to be so giving and so caring and so compassionate all the time. And yet realizing that, yes, the Earth does give, but it also has hurricanes and tornadoes. The energy of it's also strong and fierce. And so it's the loving, giving energy as well as the fierce, commanding energy that we need to embrace. And again, the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below our feet, is empowering us with that energy to love and to nurture, and that energy to destroy and to, and to renew. Let's look at our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, coming forward here, Leo. That's us. We have the Sun. We're ruled by the Sun. I love that. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy coming forward, the Five of Wands. There's fighting here for the sake of fighting. So we have to be aware of that during this time we can tend to, get mad, get frustrated, get, overwhelmed by things. And it's just going to be fighting for the sake of fighting. So it's going to be a lot of nonsense that can, pull us in different directions, that can overwhelm us. We're going to have a tendency, and that's why we're being told to mind the way that we're looking at things. We're going to have a tendency to look to the past and kind of romanticize the past. So this is going to be very important because there's a need here to move forward towards what we want, towards what we desire, without always looking back. And we're going to have a tendency during this time to always be looking backwards. The Sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. It's happiness, it's joy, it's prosperity, it's success, it's beauty coming forward. And we need to let that light shine. We need to let our light shine. There's a blessing that's coming to us. There is also a person here, it can be very well be a Virgo energy, that they're prosperous, they're bountiful, they have a tendency to turn in on themselves, which we don't always get, but that's going to be important for them, so we need to let them have it. There is also, if it's not a Virgo energy, there is a person here who's very talented, who's very prosperous, but they tend to turn in. And that's someplace that we can't really go with them. That's someplace that they need to go on their own. So we need to be aware of that energy. We need to be aware that, okay, you're on your journey. You're looking at things that way. It doesn't mean that we're not connecting. It just means that, this is where you need to be. And they're going to need a time out. I'm just seeing a big, time out type of thing. We need to be very mindful not to have fights over that during this time, because it will be just fighting to fight, because it won't solve anything for either of us. And if we're the person that needs that time out and there's somebody else around us that is like, oh no, but I'll be there for you, we have to make it clear, no, I need that time to step into myself, to let, myself connect with, my own creative, energy, or let myself rest and recharge. That's important for me. It then moves us to angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. It moves us to the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. So the 8 of Pentacles is our hard work paying off. And that's where we're showed here to have faith that the hard work is paying off, that nothing is just, given for nothing. There is worth here. And the King of Air, the King of Swords, excuse me, is a very plain-spoken, determined, focused person. This person, I'm just seeing like a doctor that doesn't have the best bedside manner, but is very good at what they do. There's an energy here of, I'm blunt, I'm to the point, but this needs to be heard. So there's somebody who's going to say something in a caustic way that we don't like. And we need to listen. We need to listen to what they're saying, not how they're saying it, or not to whom it's, not from the person it's coming from. It's like, okay, this is a message I need to hear, and that's coming forward. It's going to be delivered very poorly, so just know that. But it's going to have to do with our hard work and how we're dedicating our energy. So being aware of that is going to be important. The Three of Cups comes in. Now, nothing will come of this situation is very interesting, because what we think is going to happen isn't going to be what happens. The Three of Cups is a statement of, the way that I see the Three of Cups is that there's this sense of, there's a person who raises their glass to us, but doesn't celebrate us. It's like they raise their glass, they're supposed to be there, but they couldn't be. That energy is still here. Now, that could have been a parent, that could have been a sibling, that could have been, a lover, a teacher, a friend. It doesn't matter. That person was supposed to be on our side, and they weren't. And so here, with the Three of Cups coming forward, there's this energy of, how do I know you're going to be on my side? How do I know you're going to be for us? And there's a sense of an us here. There's more than just one person. Like, how do I know that I can trust you with this? Because I couldn't trust them. So that's going to be an important thing to state, because the sense of the fears that we have, they're not really founded. So just be aware of that during this time. It doesn't mean trust everybody blindly. It just means that we're going to have some very strong opinions about things, or, very strong inclinations, and we need to listen to them, most definitely. But we also need to know that not everything is going to go the way that we think it is during this time. And there's a real need to look at the people who have stood by us, the people who have loved us, who have connected with us, and to give value and weight to their words instead of value and weight to the people who we can never please. Because we're going to have a tendency to lean towards those people and say, oh, well, I'm going to connect with you. And it's like, they don't want to be there. So don't do it. Okay, let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the Ace of Cups, which I love. The Nine of Swords, interesting. The Four of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Okay, there is something here where we've been in our own heads too much. It's keeping us up at night. There's a worrying energy. The Ten of Swords is almost like we're being drowned by this worry. The Nine of Swords is, it keeps us up at night, worry, doubt, fear, insomnia coming through, a sense of, I just see nervous walking, nervous pacing coming forward. Here, I mean, she's sleepwalking, right? So it could be sleepwalking as well. But there's a sense of nervous energy that's having us move in ways that we wouldn't normally move. So being aware of that is going to be important. The Ten of Swords, we're actually being armed, okay, with the knowledge, with the information that we need to be able to move forward. It doesn't feel that way right now. It feels like we're drowning, but this is the darkness before the dawn. There is a real sense of the door is opening, prosperity is coming. There's a real sense of there is more here than meets the eye. So knowing that every single hardship, pain, and disappointment that we've been through is preparing us for a healing is going to be important. There's a sense with the Ace of Cups of a cleansing of emotions, of a release. There's something here that needs to be let go. It's like I've held on to this for too long, but there's also a nourishing of something within us, a healing that brings us forward, a healing that guides us. And it brings us to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a celebration. The Four of Wands is happiness and joy. Our emotions are going to be a bit raw. So being aware of that is going to be very important, that we're going to just feel things a lot more deeply, a lot more intensely than we thought we were going to feel things during this moon. And it brings us to the Four of Wands, where we actually start celebrating that deeper emotion, that celebrating that deeper connection. And it's a statement of, okay, this is really important for me. There's a celebration of self. There's a celebration of, success and, determination. There's a need for dancing. I just see people dancing together, like a celebration and cheering, a sense of like, this is what we've been waiting for. And so there's an energy here of, I've been waiting for it, but I've also been super worried about it. There's something that we've been worried about, and it's going to take a turn that we didn't anticipate, or, we've prepared ourselves for the worst, but It's not that bad. It's not that bad. There's a real healing that comes forward. And that's going to be really important during this time. Okay, our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Swords. There are cutting words being said. There is somebody, this is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. But again, it's like the King of Swords. It's said in just a severely blunt way where it strikes deep. This is a person who has said something and we need to listen to it. But again, because of how it was presented, it just makes us stop listening almost instantaneously. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, and this is life purpose. This is the third chakra. We need to speak our purpose. We need to look at, what is developing around us, what we desire, what we want, what we need, and see how we are ascending towards that purpose. Because there is a real sense of, this is why you're here. Embrace why you're here. Embrace who you are. It brings us, and we always think, okay, Spirit is saying, we always think that our life purpose is supposed to be something grandiose. And Spirit is saying it can be something very small, very gentle, very quiet. And it doesn't mean that we all have to live grandiose, big, high-rolling lives. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that our life purpose can be something very quiet, very beautiful, very quote-unquote ordinary. But that is extraordinary because we are living in alignment with our soul and with ourselves. And that is a beautiful thing. Even though the media doesn't show that, even though people always want us to be pushing more and pushing more, it's like, no, this is a beautiful thing. Embrace this beauty. It moves us to our Luna message, which says your dreams need a practical plan, which has been coming up a lot with this moon, with this full moon in Libra. We're putting things in balance. Our dreams need a practical plan, and then we release. We release a lot of the chaos, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the anger, the upset that has been holding us back, that has been keeping us back. Our subconscious energy to be our subconscious, tarot energy, there we go, is the Queen of Swords. And we have a soulmate connection here. There's a blunt honesty. There's a way with words that is direct and to the point that we are going to be connecting with. Do we know this instantaneously? No. But there's a real sense of cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. A real sense of saying, this is what I've worked for. This is what I've earned. This is who I am. And this is what I want. It moves us then to the messenger of Earth, the Knight of Pentacles, slowly and steadily moving forward in prosperity, in success, in bounty, in abundance. And it brings us then to the Knight of Wands, which is us again. No longer looking backwards. Subconsciously now we're looking at what's right in front of us. And we're giving ourselves time to heal, time to think. We're not making those rash decisions that would be really easy to fall victim of. Now we're looking at things and saying, okay, let me think it through. Let me look at it through all sides. Let me understand what I need and where I'm headed. And that's going to be a very big thing for us. Okay. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo, and may you have a blessed moon.